Today, England's cerebral palsy football fans have waited 10 years for it. Since 2015, they've been waiting to see a tournament on home soil, and we have it. The 2025 IFCPF Men's European Championships, the opening game between England and Northern Ireland. Down on the pitch, we have Peter and Lucy with them, CEO of IFCPF, Ashley Hammond.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the 2025 IFCPF Football Championship. Kickoff is starting at 6:30.
And before we get started, we're going to hand you over to Ash, the CEO of IFCPF, who's going to give you a few words. Let's hear it up for Ash.
Make some noise!
Good evening, everybody. Ashley Hammond, CEO of the IFCPF, and I'd first of all like to say a huge welcome to everybody at our event tonight. As you can see, we ordered the weather from America. Very nice out here. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much to our host, Loughborough University. There's been nothing but fantastic. We've also worked very closely with the English FA, who have been nothing short of fantastic. And also, as you can see by these incredible grounds here. Most importantly, I'd also like to say thank you to so many people showing up tonight, and hopefully you'll keep coming back over the week to see more games. Aside from the men's Euros, we also are hosting our Women's Intercontinental Cup, which will be starting over the weekend. One small thing I just wanted to make sure I raised, as we said on much of our advertising, we would love people to help us out. The IFCPF is 99% a voluntary organization. Every penny that we get is invested back into our programs for our youth, for our men, for our women's programs. And although our donations page is down today, we would love you to revisit it just down the road, where we will have our donations page back up, and feel free to help us out, because everything goes to these amazing athletes. We have some special people here tonight that also came to visit us. I'd like to say thank you to the Mayor of Charnwood for coming, Kath Gilby from the FA, who's been one of our partners here. And like I said to you before, the English FA has been fantastic. Ben Ahern and his team, and Alistair from Loughborough University have been fantastic. And again, as you can see, we're going to be putting on an incredible night tonight. We've got our classifiers here, our referees. We've had an amazing group of volunteers. And of course, most importantly, our teams from around the world, and we welcome these teams here. So I'm going to leave it at that and just say a huge thank you to everybody. Looking forward to a great week of football. Thank you so much for coming. Keep coming back and support these amazing athletes. Welcome, and let's play some football.
CEO Ashley Hammond of IFCPF, as all the teams from the IFCPF Men's Euros make their way onto the pitch here. Of course, save for England and Northern Ireland, our stars of the show tonight, who will be with us shortly. The other six nations, the Netherlands, Scotland, Ireland, and Spain, and Germany making their way out too, from right to left. And Ukraine will go left of the Netherlands as well. Runners up at the most recent IFCPF Men's World Cup, certainly a team to watch. The Netherlands third in the most recent World Cup in Salau in Spain. There is talent aplenty in this tournament. And these players out there are ready to show you everything that they have got. Worth a mention too that across the IFCPF social channels, across the website, schedule for the games is available. All games live on this pitch here at Loughborough University, so you know exactly where to be. Football not too far away, and we'll see the very best of cerebral palsy football in European circles here and in the world when it comes to the Women's Intercontinental Cup that'll start on Monday. It's going to be a festival of football, and what a place to have it. As we get set for England and Northern Ireland to take the stage in just a few minutes' time. As we'll start with the team lineups then for both England and Northern Ireland. There's a lot of experience in the England team, of course, who had a pretty good World Cup, finishing fifth in that particular tournament in Spain. In goal is long-term custodian number 1, Giles Moore. Number 2 is Liam Irons. 3 is Mason Dunbar. 5, Harry Baker. 6, the England captain, Matt Crossan. Number 8 is Sam Dewhurst. And number 11, an international debut and a first start for number 11, Corey Komorowski on the bench for England. Backup goalkeeper, number 13, Regan McMillan. Number 4 is Caelan Beckford. Number 10, Aaron Lucas. Number 12, Jaden Kenyon. And number 14 is Matthew Robinson. For Northern Ireland, a little bit less experience, but still some players that went to Spain last year in a different tournament in the IFCPF Men's World Championships in April of last year. In goal, number 1 is Paul Cassidy. Number 2, Charlie Fogarty. Number 3, Oisin McGurk. Number 4, Jordan Walker. Number 6 is Sean Coyle. Number 7, a first start for 15-year-old Corey Kennedy, his first appearance too. And number 9 is Ryan Walker. The England squad is up on the screen there. Plenty of experience in the Northern Ireland squad now too. Want to watch there Ryan Walker, who was brilliant in Spain last year. So that is the full squad on the screen for you. Plenty of talent as we have a look again at these squads. 6 of them at the moment, 2 more to join us for the opening game to raise the curtain on this festival of cerebral palsy football. The wonderful Loughborough University, who even before the tournament has started have been wonderful hosts, and we expect nothing less as we go on over this next week and a half or so. All matches, of course, on the IFCPF YouTube channel. So you are in the right place to watch every match of this tournament. And of course in the Women's Intercontinental Cup, my name is Oliver Walker-Peel. We'll be here for all of the men's games, some of the women's games too. We've got Jude Aston, who was there for the Women's World Cup, joining us shortly as well for the commentary team. You'll get used to hearing us a little bit over the next week and a half. And we are very thankful for your company for tonight, and a thank you in advance for those who are going to join us beyond that too. And the anticipation rises.
Okay, as we wait for the English and Irish team to walk out, let's give a warm welcome to Germany. Spain. Ireland. Scotland. Netherlands. And Ukraine.
So the 6 teams out there at the moment introduced, they've got their moment in the sun. And the 2 more that we are waiting on are in the tunnel and ready to emerge. A rare one anthem night in international football terms. England and Northern Ireland sharing the same anthem, of course. But it will be sang with gusto by the 14 players who are lucky enough to wear their respective nation's shirt. And the passion will only go on from there. Our referee is Keith Stroud, a former Premier League referee at that. And he is ready to lead the teams forth. Here we go then. Loughborough University, the picturesque location that it is ready for the best athletes in European CP football in the men's side of things, and the best in the world when it comes to the women too. And what a moment too for England captain Matt Crossan and Northern Ireland captain Jordan Walker, the flag bearers for the 2 nations, who will take centre stage in just a matter of moments. It's a home European Championships for England. What a privilege for them, as it is too for the Northern Irish. They'll make their way to the middle. They will break. few words in the middle. We've got plenty of mascots from around the country joining us tonight too, as we wait for the national anthem of both countries. Perhaps a false start.
Okay, now we have Now, please, welcome on England, Northern Ireland. Yeah!
So we're waiting for all the other teams to make their way off. A little bit of confusion here. Waiting for all the other teams to make their way off. Just a little bit of unsure of what was going on. Now I think we've got everything down. So Ukraine will be the final team that will make their way down. And we are almost in readiness for the national anthem of both England and Northern Ireland. So the national anthem done. England and Northern Ireland getting ready to get going. Matt Crossan leads his England team along. Perhaps a little bit of confusion before. There's not much confusion as to what will follow this. 7 of England's very best going up against 7 of their Northern Irish counterparts. Both of these teams recent enough finalists in tournaments. Northern Ireland last year at the World Championships, which is the second tier of international competition in World Cerebral Palsy football, and England finalists in the last edition of the IFCPF Men's Euros when they lost in Italy 3-0 against Ukraine. A number of that team are here again, looking to go one step further for England. Those starting sevens again for you. If you're a little bit late joining us this evening, number 1 for England is Giles Moore, 2 is Liam Irons, 3 Mason Dunbar, 5 is Harry Baker, 6 is the England captain Matt Crossan, number 8 is Sam Dewhurst, and number 11, a first appearance and start for Corey Komorowski for Northern Ireland. They will go in goal with number 1, Paul Cassidy, 2 is Charlie Fogarty, 3 Oisin McGurk, 4 the Northern Ireland captain is Jordan Walker, 6 Sean Coyle, and 7, much like Corey Komorowski, a first international appearance and start for 15-year-old Corey Kennedy. Both teams lining up for their pre-match photos. It's their first opportunity to show what they're all about. They've got 3 in the group stages, and in cerebral palsy football we play right through. If you're not in the top 2, you'll play out for position, but that will be the aim for both of these nations, particularly the English, who will harbour aspirations of going all the way. As mentioned earlier, our referee this evening is Keith Stroud. And could we be in better hands? A former Premier League referee, still works week in, week out in the English Football League, a regular in the Championship. Here at yet another international tournament. He did referee the final of the most recent IFCPF Men's World Cup between Ukraine and Iran. He closed that tournament and he's about to open this one as the man in the middle. Another photo for the English. They'll be popular with the paparazzi this week. How do these 7 stack up? And so, to start the party at their home, it will be England to kick off. First kick of the football in the tournament will be the first kick of the football for Corey Komorowski in an England shirt, at least in a competitive sense anyway. The time for talking is done, the time for football is here. England and Northern Ireland set to go blow for blow. The first time that we've had tournament football in this part of the world for 10 years. And England looking to start that on the front foot. A switch from Irons to Dunbar. Square perhaps looking for Dewhurst, will carry through to Irons, blocked by McGurk, not illegally. And blocking the would-be clearance, Komorowski did well. Keeping it is Fogarty, the man originally from Solihull. And England will now keep it. Dunbar, square. Irons advancing from defence. The switch back for Mason Dunbar, who takes it down well. He'll work it into the box. Komorowski and Dewhurst, well saved, and then turned in. And it's England who start the party. A minute gone, if that, and Sam Dewhurst was there to bundle it home for England. A quite wonderful start. You could have hardly asked for better. From an England point of view, it was a good first save from Cassidy. The second he couldn't be there for. And it is the English who lead at home. One goal for Sam Dewhurst then at these Euros, to go with 3 at the most recent Men's World Cup in November. dream start for Andy Smith's Chargers. So the first time the ball's been rolled in at this tournament. You can take a throw in, as in 11-a-side football, or roll it in. Here's Ryan Walker, shown down the line by Drew Hurst. The Northern Irish number 9, watched by Crossan. Did it stay in play? Answer is yes. Both players might not have been too sure, but no intervening from the officials, and Irons is away up and over halfway for England. Stopped smartly by Walker. That's Short and Walker. There's 2 of them out there for Northern Ireland, and Dewhurst back on halfway. Smart from Dunbar. Irons is there, free header, and he put it wide. Perhaps he ought to have done better. Great run, and Mason Dunbar off the England left has been used as the outball a number of times already. Here's Harry Baker. Golden Boot winner at the Men's Euros, a joint Golden Boot winner 2018 with 7. Dewhurst down in the area. Maybe some shouts for a spot kick. They'll fall on deaf ears. Kick out of play and ball in from the side for England's Matt Crossan. England skipper, the man from Stockton, England's northeast.
Keep going, Ian, keep going.
Fires it out wide right, but Irons unable to track it down. If you're watching cerebral palsy football for the first time, players classified into 3 groups depending on their impairment. 1 being the more severe athletes, 2 moderate, and 3 the athletes less impaired.
Liam, higher, Liam, higher.
Irons looks left. There's Crossan, who kept it in for England. Dewhurst down the inside left channel. The back flick, Dunbar, and kept away by McGurk, who prevented Cassidy from being called into action. Irons out from underneath his feet. Crossan once more for England. Shown in field, right-footed drive, blocked by Jordan Walker, and away for an England throw. Irons low, on target, spilled by Cassidy. And he was able to recover in front of the waiting Corey Komorowski. Northern Ireland almost caught on it. It was smart enough by Coyle. Pumped along then by Cassidy.
10
Looking
yards,
to
Liam, 10
recycle.
yards.
Look here at the Cassidy save. Bobbled in front of him, but he was able to deal with it. Dunbar with the switch. Was that off the arm of Liam Irons? It was. And so a Northern Irish free kick. Who have responded well to the early setback of conceding the goal to Sam Dewhurst right on the opening minute. They would come into this game outsiders to the watching world, but have full belief in their own ability. Curled out of play again by Cassidy.
Go at him, Liam, go at him.
Irons called on by Crossan. They were trying to have a run at McGurk, who was very watchful. It was very capably defended. That's again for an England throw.
Bow, bow, bow.
Northern Ireland with everyone behind the ball again. Dewhurst receiving from Dunbar. He's hit the post. Close to an England second. A little bit dangerous from Northern Ireland, and again Coyle puts under pressure. This time he's sent it out of play. Dunbar to shape across. It was too tall for Komorowski. Irons to recover it. Dewhurst again. Got by the first challenge. He's held up then by McGurk. Crossan with space. Lifts one, back post. Not fully cleared. Irons is there, but a good challenge from Jordan Walker, who prods to halfway. Irons to lift the crossing. Baker at the back post and bundled home. It's Sam Dewhurst again. And it's an early tournament double for Sam Dewhurst, the man from Ashton. It is the start of his dreams to a home tournament. What a tidy goal it was. From an England point of view, Dewhurst didn't have to do too much, but the nod across from Baker was exemplary, and Dewhurst might be in again. Edge of the box, he went low and tried to curl it. How about that? Almost a hat-trick for Sam Dewhurst. Northern Ireland now a little bit under the pump. Some of it their own undoing completely. Out of play by McGurk, who tried to keep it in, but couldn't for as long as he hoped. Breaks kindly for Dewhurst, who then lost it to Ryan Walker. Did he run it out of play? He did. A needless corner to give away.
Sam, do it.
As Crossan offers short and will receive from Liam Irons. Irons will get it back, left-footed into the middle. Dewhurst stuck a foot at it. And in the end, it was a fair way off target. Worth a mention too, you can follow along all the action. IFCPF.com, our website. Social media channels at IFCPF, particularly across Instagram and Facebook. The new brand launching today too. It's been A busy day for all of us on site here at Loughborough. That's why we do it though. Played to the heels of Kennedy and bundled over was Komorowski by Sean Coyle. Here it is, second Euros for Northern Ireland. He was there in 2018. Crossan driving one low. Irons as Crossan gets on the overlap. First time ball in. It's skewed away from Fogarty. Baker saunters forward. Irons there again. That was heading towards Paul Cassidy, but blocked by Ryan Walker before it could get to him, and another England corner to come. Just under 13 gone, England 2, Northern Ireland 0 the scoreline. Both goals provided by Sam Dewhurst, England's number 8. As Crossan takes it down. Again blocked by Ryan Walker. McGurk will have to try hard to prevent another corner, which he does. But couldn't stop the ball from running out to play for an England throw. Irons to Dunbar. A fruitful combination for England early. Two players usually defensively minded.
Sam's there.
Like wing backs in 11-a-side, they've shown they can go forward too.
Go again.
Irons, audacious, and it wasn't too far away. Paul Cassidy probably knew it was over all the way, a rising shot, but just couldn't be kept down. Fair crowd in as well. Expected given that it's England raising the curtain. Northern Ireland, by the way, were 4th in their group in 2018, which they appeared at. In the Netherlands, it's the only time that they've appeared at a European Championships, and they've only ever had one goal scorer, 3 goals in the tournament, all scored by Charlie Emerson. And still he's waiting for someone to join him on that list. Irons away from one. And again over for Dunbar. First time, and Komorowski was there unattended in the middle, but it couldn't quite get through to him. Back for Dunbar. There are no offsides in cerebral palsy football too. Komorowski can receive the ball on the touchline, on the byline there,
Harry, come out.
and be fine. And within the rules of the game, as Crossan skips away from Kennedy, rolls it short. Dewhurst on a hat-trick, blocked by Fogarty, who is local to these parts despite the shirt he's currently wearing. Irons, and away by Coyle. And there is a problem here for Jordan Walker. Who is reaching for his lower leg. And this is not a sight Northern Ireland will like too much. A little bit light on numbers compared to the other teams in this tournament in terms of their playing squad. Finn Mullen is on the bench, as is Charlie Emerson. Reuben Kingham, the 14-year-old, was named in the squad but not on the team sheet today. So just over a quarter of an hour into the tournament here in the Midlands. And from a Northern Irish point of view, it is going from bad to worse. 2 goals down, and now a man down in the form of their captain. Hopefully it's only temporary, as teams from both nations will take a drink. So too Jordan Walker, while he's getting a stretch. which you would think is a good enough sign that it'd be okay to continue. Regardless of that, he'll have to make his way off for at least a short term as he's receiving treatment. Paul Cassidy and referee Keith Stroud in close attendance. So what's going on inside the penalty area? Signs from the player getting up is usually a tell, and he's walking on his own accord, which is a good sign, I think we can all agree. Northern Ireland are down to 6 for now, and I think they take that so long as their captain is back with us in short order. Long awaited England throw. Crossan on for Dunbar, a heavy first touch and allowed in Charlie Fogarty. He was former academy player at both West Bromwich Albion and Birmingham, was a youth teammate of Jack Grealish's in school. Just to prove the point that he is a local, despite not playing for England. Another local in Mason Dunbar on the ball. Back with Crossan, who tees one up. Never really gave that one a chance. Given away sloppily. Here's Crossan! Good save by Cassidy. Dunbar infield outside of the football. He's got it back. Dewhurst again trying to curl one. Blocked, and on the volley Baker works the pass to Crossan, who shifts onto his left. Was blocked away from shooting. It pinballs around in the area and away from goal, which Northern Ireland will take. Irons wanted Komorowski, who is playing really high. A number of times we've seen him receive the ball as good as on the byline. As I said earlier on, there are no offsides in cerebral palsy football. Just adds another tactical element to the game. On the turn is Sam Dewhurst. He shoots again low and pouched by Paul Cassidy, who has been a busy man. The 36-year-old in the early parts, and he had to get that one out from under his spell. As Komorowski might have been in, given away to Irons, whose first touch got away from him. Jordan Walker into touch for an England ball in. Dewhurst round the corner with Crossan. Irons, Crossan calling for it inside the box. Irons will hold fire and then find Mason Dunbar. to fashion a ball in that was blocked away at the first opportunity. Crossan with a step over, edge of the box, couldn't quite tee up the shot, gives it back for Baker. England reload. Don't have the possession stats in front of me, but I dare say it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that England have near on monopolised the ball inside the opening 22.5 minutes of this IFCPF Men's Euros. Irons as England look for a third, he drags it wide via a deflection. England corner. The corner is short. Dewhurst on the scene, wanted Irons. Thwarted by Charlie Fogarty, who's in rare in these circles with the fact he's got an MPE. For his services to young people in Solihull. Dunbar a touch into space. Baker on his right. Irons is inside the box. He's shooting and forcing a stop from Cassidy. Haven't the two wide players for England been busy? In Dunbar and Irons. It shows us we might see in 11-a-side football as a back four. At times with Dunbar advancing, Irons advancing. It's the latter of those two receiving from Baker. Crossan. Here's Dunbar again. Left-footed, rather low. Crossan did well to get a shot on there, but it wasn't a shot that troubled Paul Cassidy. High from Ryan Walker. England will be allowed the advantage. Komorowski turning it on. Hat-trick for Sam Dewhurst. And already he's had a wonderful start to this tournament, Sam Dewhurst. It's 3. Maybe not the best he's scored, but he's there to score them. Opportunistic at its finest from Sam Dewhurst, who has all of England's 3 goals. And a fair bit to shout about already. It's his first Euros hat-trick for England. Scoring his first Euros goal for England. He's been good at a couple of World Cups. Now showing his wares on the continent. Dunbar in the box, Crossan working it back, that's beautiful. And Mason Dunbar, the man with a cherry on top of the cake. The man from the Woodgate Warriors, the local lad from the Midlands, gets England further clear. And this is a team who are on song and haven't really needed much tuning up. Another injury concern. This time it's Sean Coyle for Northern Ireland. And this is not a first half that has gone to their script. A bit of added time too, given some of the injury problems. Just seen Mason Dunbar's first Euros goal, by the way. Was involved in the World Cup. Scored 2 goals, both of those in a 9-2 win over Canada in the group stages in Salau. The shouts of ruthless from Liam Irons. There's one way that this will want to go for England. They are not going to rest on their laurels at all. Dunbar moving forward, shooting. And firing over the top. Crossan through the middle of a couple, slalomed his way through, kept his run going, stopped by McGurk into the path of Dewhurst. Northern Ireland won't fancy this. He was looking to turn provider for Komorowski, it didn't get to him. Fired long for Ryan Walker to chase. He's outmatched in the chase by Harry Baker. And over again is a Northern Ireland player. Ryan Walker is down. These stoppages are starting to mount up. It's not in nature of time wasting. You can't begrudge the Northern Ireland players of this at all. It's something that happens a fair bit in cerebral palsy football, as you could probably guess if you're watching for the first time. These players going on and on despite all of the challenges that they have.
Get somebody up here. Back here.
This is by no means a story of pity. It's a story of power and triumph. Even if the scoreline is as one-sided as it is right now. 4 minutes of added time at the end of the 30. Into the first of those now. All the goals and all the stoppages. It's probably fair. Crossan teeing one up, and in the end it wasn't too far off. Komorowski putting the press on Sean Coyle, who was able to help win his team a throw. On by Komorowski. McGurk only as far as England's Liam Irons, just forward of halfway. Rolls it on. Dunbar will get there. Behind off Fogarty. England with another set piece chance. Irons, Dunbar. Baker prodding one on. And in the end, well played by Paul Cassidy. Wouldn't have been expecting the deflection off his own man in Oisin McGurk, but he did well to stop that from crossing the goal line. Baker. Irons. First time back post. Looked inviting, but Komorowski couldn't get there. Crossan over once more on the England left for Dunbar. Curled over for Dunbar from Irons. Into the middle. Stretching at it, Jordan Walker. Irons. That was always heading wide. We're into the final minutes of the 4 added on to 30-minute halves plus stoppages in cerebral palsy football. We're into the final minutes of the 4. There's time enough for England to get another one if they want it. As they'll turn up the gear again. Dewhurst, clear of Kennedy. Komorowski, Irons. Crossan wants it on the England left and will get it. Just after Dewhurst, who will eventually get there, but not in the position he was once in. And that will do, says referee Keith Strauss. And the applause from the pro-England crowd here in attendance at Loughborough University will tell all. Here on the grounds of a university, it is Northern Ireland who have been taught a footballing lesson by the English, who have been ruthless. A hat-trick for Sam Dewhurst is the highlight, and a beautiful fourth from Mason Dunbar to crown it off for the first half. England have been brilliant. Northern Ireland haven't really been able to lay a glove on them outside of a valiant opening couple of minutes despite falling 1 down. Half-time here in the first game of the IFCPF Men's Euros for 2025. It is England 4, Northern Ireland 0. Are they changing the whole 7? Yeah. Welcome back here to Loughborough University, here in England, and it is England who are making the plays early on in this Men's European Championships of 2025. They are 4-0 up, and they are making a raft of changes at the break. David Porcher will swap with Matt Crossan. England's 2 FT3s in the squad, or 2 of them, swapping with one another. We'll see Aaron Lucas appear for the first time at the tournament too, the man from Sutton. Also been on the books at West Ham, so a couple of big clubs in the south. Of course, West Ham a little bit bigger than Sutton, but I suppose they're not counting. And a change in goal too, with Regan McMillan coming on in between the posts. And earning a bit of leave is Giles Moore, who had nothing to do in that first half. I'm not even sure I said his name once. After reading out the starting 11s, he had a watching brief. So half of that starting 7 is switched for England. And there is a little bit happening on the bench too for Northern Ireland. Jordan Walker is over, trying to help out Corey Kennedy. I'm not sure if you can pick that up over the microphone. If you could, I don't need to tell you whose family that is, but if you couldn't, Aaron Lucas's family are over, vocal as they always are, and supportive as they always are, following him to another tournament. Just waiting for all of the Northern Ireland charges to make their way. Charlie Emerson is coming on here by the looks. There's an FT3, which means he will take the place of Paul Cassidy. That's what the weight is for, because of course you can only have one FT3 out there. And Northern Ireland rather, are taking off their goalkeeper. We've seen Jordan Walker play there before in net. Did that at the the World Championships, in Salau in April of last year. But it doesn't look like it's he who's rushing to put the gloves on. That'll be Finn Mullen, who has also played in goal before. So he's capable. He often operates as a central midfielder. But it is he who is in goal. A lot of changes, but the same scoreline. 4-0 England. The high ball might catch McMillan out. He was backtracking. And I suppose somewhat ironically, the closest that Northern Ireland have come in this game to a goal is a pot shot from a mile away that almost outfoxed the New England goalkeeper. What a first action that would have been in the evening of Regan McMillan on the pitch. Picking the ball at the back of the net from a strike that went the majority of the half. Here's Porcher. He shoots. That's not far off. David Porcher is a goal scorer. How about this? 11-0 they won against Italy in the last European Championships in Italy. David Porcher got 8 of those 11 on the way to a golden boot. He had 8 of 13 that day, scored in the tournament. Also means he's the top goal scorer all time in the men's Euros competition. There's only been 2 of them. All 13 of his goals coming in 2023. The quirk is that he's Scotland born, a man from Livingston. But he is playing for England and has done for a fair while, was involved with Team GB at the 2016 Paralympics. Most Scottish players would scoff at the idea of putting a white shirt on like that, but David Porcher doesn't seem to mind, and he's done a lot for England in his time playing with the national team. Mullen playing out from the back, almost caught. Kenyon couldn't keep it fully under his spell. And what a year Jaden Kenyon's had already. Was pivotal in the Disability FA Cup win in the cerebral palsy final. His team, CP Northwest, took on Chelsea and won by 4-2. If you haven't seen the highlights from that game, Jaden Kenyon certainly didn't mind being in front of the BT Sport cameras. He scored a worldie in the final. Commentator for that game was Sam Matterface, who remarked, I might be paraphrasing here, but saying he told us he was going to do that, so he's clearly confident in his own game. He shows why. Dunbar looking to unlock the Northern Irish defence again. Away by Ryan Walker. Irons, left-footed. Porcher in the box, going over. Was he clipped? Answers no. So the pass was left a little bit short by Coyle. Here's Kenyon. That's blocked. Dewhurst looking for a fourth. Well stopped by Mullen, but into the path of David Porcher. Porcher, the poacher for England. He was never going to miss. And England have 5. It wasn't at all a bad stop from Finn Mullen to keep that one away. He must be taught as a goalkeeper to keep it away from goal. There wasn't too much he could do in diverting it away. And from there, on the doorstep, David Porcher wasn't about to miss fire. 13 in 2023 and now 1 in 2024. 14 totally, extends the lead at the top of the goal scoring charts. Is Emerson, who has 3 of his own in the history of this competition. Couldn't make it a 4th there. Already, I reckon Regan McMillan's had more to do in the opening 4 minutes of this half, not even, than Giles Moore had the opening 34, the 30 plus the 4 minutes added time. Emerson adding a bit already for Northern Ireland. He wants to catch McMillan out. He was well off his line, but couldn't get the height on it that he needed. Regan McMillan, man playing for Norwich City, was able to deal with that. A couple from Norwich in the squad, a couple from West Brom. They've got plenty in support. Of course, West Bromwich local to here. Walker. Progress stunted there by Dunbar. Ryan Walker in again. And he lost it to Dewhurst. Aaron Lucas. Porcher again from range off the bar. That would have been a statement. Dunbar tried to find Kenyon, and an infringement in there by an England man for a Northern Ireland free kick. The England players were asking the question of what for. Might have been a handball in there. Well, that was at least the question posed by Mason Dunbar. Northern Ireland free kick in any case. The team trailed by 5-0. You can already see Charlie Emerson trying to stretch the England team. Man from Belfast. Went to university at Liverpool John Moores, so spent a fair bit of time in England. You'll know some of these lads quite well, you'd think. Porcher, back post, what a ball! And there is Aaron Lucas. And you don't have to venture very far to find out what his family think. Those in attendance here and those watching on from afar in Sutton will love the sight of that. It's an England 6th. It's a textbook goal for England, and it is perfectly done from Aaron Lucas. You'll never tire of hearing celebrations like that, particularly if you're an England fan. I think that's everything you love about cerebral palsy football in a snapshot. A beautiful goal, the skill of two wonderful players, and celebrations aplenty from a family who have seen everything from Aaron Lucas, all of the development on and off the pitch. That is what you want. 6-0 for England. Porcher. Dunbar. Could be a chance again, Lucas. Turning provider maybe, Kenyon. And off the line. Brilliant from Sean Coyle. It would have put England 7-0 up. Sean Coyle was not bothered. Dunbar from distance. Rolls it across, Irons and Porcher. His shot diverted away from a corner. How good was that from Sean Coyle? There's not been too many moments to shout about from a Northern Ireland point of view. That was special. What endeavour, Porcher, Irons low and wide. I'll tell you what, James Goodman has got a lot to take from this game, and his staff as well. I think if he has access to a screen or a projector or whatever else, he'll be playing that one on repeat. And then look back at this game in a couple of days. Probably not even in a couple of days, it might even be tomorrow, you'd think, with short turnaround in this tournament. Dewhurst. Porcher. Back. He got it from Dunbar. He'll shoot. Lucas again. Cue the jubilation. Need I say more? I might even just hand Aaron Lucas's family a shared microphone. They'll tell the story. Absolutely. And it's 7 for England, it's 2 for Aaron Lucas. And the party keeps rolling. It's a wonderful start from the hosts. Any good host should accommodate for a party, and these England players are doing just that. There's a couple more watching on who've worn the 3 Lions as well from behind the fence, who are loving what they're seeing too. Can they keep the beat rolling, the English? Dewhurst was fouled, leaving a foot in Emerson, who immediately offers a hand to Dewhurst, checking that he's okay. Might get a word here from Keith Stroud. No card, and we go on. And now we've got Aaron Lucas on a hat-trick. Goodness me, if that's the way his family reacted for the first 2, I can't imagine what they'd do if he got a third. Porcher. Saunts away from Emerson. Oh my goodness! They are putting on a show once and for all. How special was that from David Porcher? It was 8-0 the only other time that these two teams have met, and it is 8 again. 4 in the first half an hour and then 4 in the next 10. Back in the 2018 championships that England won 8-0, they want more. Kenyon, advantage played by Keith Stroud, our referee. Strong challenge and an unfair one from Ryan Walker, who immediately makes his protestations clear to the referee. And there is a bevy of England players who will fancy a look at this. I'd imagine that their number 9 will pull rank in an effort to try and get England to 9 on the score sheet. A pair in the Northern Irish wall. And it is Porcher and Porcher alone standing over the dead ball. David Porcher wanted Dewhurst short, sends him wide. On for Kenyon, and back for Dewhurst. Well played by Emerson to stop him. It's back with Porcher, who likes not to tee one up. Irons might! Couldn't keep it down. So it's 8-0 here for England. 3 for Dewhurst. Helped starting it off. Seen Mason Dunbar get involved on the score sheet. Aaron Lucas with a couple. David Porcher, 2 with a brace to make 8. So we've already seen one England player get a hat-trick. We've seen it a few times around the Euros as well. Harry Baker got one against Northern Ireland in the last tournament, or in 2018 I should say, pardon me. Matt Crossan had one too against Finland. Already mentioned Porcher's 8 against Italy a couple of years ago. Dewhurst, the switch. Here is Porcher. Chopped away from one, not a second. Kenyon was almost in. Had Coyle on his back shoulder as the artificial light takes over here at Loughborough Uni. Tell you what, we've seen a snapshot tonight of what some of the students here and volunteers have put on at Loughborough University. It is in microcosm of what we'll see over the next 9 days. Porcher, first time ball was smart. And clattering into his man there, Lucas. He was straight up after colliding with Sean Coyle. Here is Liam Irons. Got ahead of marketing Cat Hicks behind the goal, who had to very sprightly get out of the way of that. As England will make another switch. Liam Irons' night is done. And enter from stage left, Matthew Robinson. Man from Cornwall. Spent time playing for Penzance AFC in his local circles. Also played pan disability football for Plymouth Argyle. He's fair flying the flag for that part of the world. Potential issue here for Northern Ireland's Sean Coyle, who has been here, there and everywhere tonight, the 24-year-old man from Coleraine. Turned 25 in October. The other unused Northern Ireland player in the squad, as mentioned earlier, is Ruben Kingham. He is not on the team sheet tonight. We've seen Charlie Emerson come on. Same story with Finn Mullen, so there's no one else for Northern Ireland to call on unless they've accidentally left Ruben off the team sheet. There is a scenario where Northern Ireland would have to play with 6, which is not what we'd want. Seeing a scenario in the Women's Intercontinental Cup where countries are loaning some of their own to other countries. There'll be a few Finland players who will feature for Denmark. We won't see that in the men's, so the squads that they've named are the squads that they'll have and no more. Bit of a chuckle between Mason Dunbar and the watching crowd. That 8-0 loss, by the way, was the heaviest defeat that Northern Ireland had in the Euros in 2018. They were beat 7-0 by the Netherlands too. They themselves were the home country in that tournament. They've not had the greatest bit of fortune when playing against home nations in the Euros of Northern Ireland. Porcher, left-footed drive is blocked. Kenyon tried to get it back for England but couldn't quite. Dunbar, almost enough on it to get to Dewhurst, didn't carry through. Did go behind though for a corner. Dewhurst. Porcher. Curling one is David Porcher, who has the armband, by the way, for England in the second half. It was nowhere near troubling Finn Mullen. Time for a goal kick. Ryan Walker on for Emerson. If he can get this down and move to goal, he could have been in, but he was quickly closed down by Dewhurst, who immediately moves forward, as do his team. Lucas checks, and his family are frustrated maybe they didn't go down the line. I suppose his retort would be, I'm playing for England and maybe you're not, but I'm not sure if he's that openly banterous or whatever the word might be. Dunbar on for Kenyon. Porcher and Mason Dunbar. Interesting effort from Porcher. It was blocked by Fogarty, who is back up. Charlie Fogarty back up, which is good to see. 10 minutes to go in the hour. England are cruising. Dewhurst has 3 already. Looking to combine with Porcher. That's had too much on it. Kenyon, Porcher, blocked, not off the arm. As a shot is tipped over. Fair effort from distance. Dewhurst trying to get involved again. Jordan Walker. As far as Robinson, hasn't seen too much of the ball since coming on earlier in the second half. Pass from Emerson into the low leg of Porcher. He went sliding back in, and again he went in rather industriously, took all of the ball and none of the players, so it was fine. That's Pat's not fine though. From Northern Ireland point of view, it's had a play for an England throw. 8-0 is the scoreline. Plenty of stories and headlines for those writing those from an England point of view. Run back post from Lucas isn't quite seen by Dewhurst. He's happy to keep it though. Dunbar. Lucas again making a go at the back stick. It's shorter for Kenyon. Dewhurst. Robinson called to shoot. Went for Lucas instead. And it's in! And England have another hat-trick hero. Sutton has another hero. And Aaron Lucas has his third. He's got plenty watching on from around the country, and they will all be brimming ear to ear with pride after they poured so much in to helping him out. Not that he needs to score a hat-trick to show his approval and appreciation, but it's never a bad thing to score once for your country. How about thrice? He's the early feel-good story from this tournament in more ways than one. Dunbar. England could be on for 10. Porcher! And the frustration is now spilling onto the pitch in the Northern Irish ranks. They've shown some gallant signs early, but this is now very quickly unravelling. This will be Northern Ireland's heaviest defeat in European competition. There's a chance it could be England's biggest win, as again Regan McMillan was off his line but wasn't beaten. They've reached 10 twice before in the European Championships. We've talked about both games earlier on. The 10-0 win over Finland in 2023 and the 11-0 win over Italy. There's a chance both of those could be usurped before the evening's done. They scored 9-2 in the World Cup against Canada in the 9-2 win in the group stages. So they are a team who has a knack for goal scoring. Very handy, by the way, when you've got David Porcher to come off the bench. It's a hat-trick for him too, by the way. So 3 England hat-tricks. And a goal also for Mason Dunbar, who finds Porcher. Dunbar. Porcher. Aaron Lucas. Looking to work with Sam Dewhurst. Dunbar with space in which to move. His searing drive was off target. Northern Ireland will be happy when this final whistle's gone, I think. That whistle cannot come soon enough. The way they're concerned, with 3.5 just less to play in the hour. Porcher. Porcher. England more than happy to keep the ball. They've done that for the majority of the game anyway, even when the score's been less than 10. Approaching the final minute of the hour. 10-goal game for England. They've had plenty of stars shine tonight. And there'll be no added time onto the end of the hour apparently, so this 30 seconds is what we're going to get, given the scoreline. That's probably to be expected. We know the result of this game. We know where the 3 points are going. That's the word from fourth official, no added time. And so we are playing out time. Whistle to the mouth of Keith Stroud. And there's full time. England lift the veil on their home tournament with a statement of intent. A 10-goal win. 3 players scoring hat-tricks. It is what they would have written up, what they would have hoped for. They've had plenty of time to prepare for this tournament. And they used that preparation well by the looks. It was Sam Dewhurst, David Porcher and Aaron Lucas, all with hat-tricks. Mason Dunbar on the score sheet too. Full time in game 1 of the 2025 European Championships. It has finished England 10, Northern Ireland 0. England have started it well then. And if you're an England fan watching on, if you're in close enough proximity to Loughborough University, get on the IFCPF website and get down to watch the rest of their games. If you're not, keep watching. You've got a very good team to get behind. Stick around here on the IFCPF YouTube channel. There's hugs all round from an England point of view. I'm going to try and grab one of the England players as well, post-match, and I reckon we might go after number 10. After England win 10-0 over Northern Ireland. Back with you shortly.
And that is full time in Loughborough. Thank you very much. The final score is 10-0 to England. Congratulations to both teams for a fantastic display of skill and determination. Let's give it up for them. This is the beginning of an incredible week of football. 8 teams, 1 trophy, and history in the making. Stay connected to every match by following IFCPF online. And on behalf of IFCPF, thank you for being part of this opening night. Today we open a new chapter for TT football in England. Follow IFCPF on social media to keep up with every moment of the year. Have a safety and we'll see you again soon. cramp up otherwise. Just trying to keep it. Just for coming, mate. That's what, mate. Yeah, no worries. Come over there.
No, it smells like sweat. No.
Maybe put one on or one off.
Well, yeah. Imagine how cute they'll look in
Yeah,
French
right.
photos. Yeah, don't disturb me until 7 a.m.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah.
England's number 10 after England win 10-0. Aaron Lucas, one of the 3 hat-trick scorers for England. 10 years since England have played cerebral palsy football here in an international tournament. 10 years, it was worth the wait, wasn't it?
It was, definitely. It was just a great win. Didn't think we would do as well, but we've done everything in training and we did everything we did in training in the game, so very happy with the result.
Absolutely. You've been a part of some England teams before that the narrative has maybe been, they've got close, they're almost there, but maybe not quite got over the line. How keen are you to change that narrative here in Loughborough?
Very much so. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, we've been well in training, done well in training and stuff like that, so hopefully everything we've done in training we can bring to the pitch. Hope to put on a good performance for the home crowd.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's plenty of England fans watching on. You've got your family here who've been vocal and supportive as ever. I've got word that you've had plenty watching on in terms of fans of yours supporting you. You've got a message for them and also a wider overarching message for the England fans who might want to get down here to Loughborough.
Yeah, just thanks everybody for watching. The support was amazing and it means the absolute world to us, and hopefully we'll do you all proud.
Aaron, thank you very much.
We got one more thing for Aaron.
Got one more?
Yeah, one more
Go
thing.
on then, Ash.
So something new for us here at the IFCPF as well, and that is that we have a Player of the Match award, and we also recognize it's Aaron's birthday, but you are our Player of the Match of the award, and so we got a special little memento for you.
Thank you.
So
Cheers,
congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday, Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you, son. Here, I'm going to put that back in this little box for you, so it's a little keepsake
Thank you.
for you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Liam, you're not meant to be in that.
There you go.
Well done, mate. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Thank you ever so much for your company this evening. You've just seen England win by 10 goals to 0 against Northern Ireland in the opening game of the 2025 IFCPF Men's European Championships. We've got plenty more football to come over the next 9 days, both in the IFCPF Men's Euros and IFCPF Women's Intercontinental Cup. As I said, thank you very much for your company. Stay tuned to the IFCPF socials and IFCPF YouTube channel for all of the action from Loughborough University. From myself, Oliver Walker-Peel, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Take care, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your night, and goodbye for now.